Right, let's see. Did it go? I think we might. Yeah, I don't think we are live. No. Um, hey, how's it going? This is Stair. Not going, never gonna go. Man, we got a great guest here. Um, this is a project that I am heavily into. I talk about a lot. This is a number one AI tech play on Solana. If you guys don't know, man, Solana is really trying to drive tech and be more techy and have and solve more problems, not just doing memes and stuff like that, but just solve more problems. And I have here the dev of WClaw, Steve, here with us from the Midwest, the Chicago area. He's full blood American, and we love it. How you doing, Steve?
I'm good. How you doing, Bob?
Really good, man. Really
Very
good, dude.
nice.
Yeah, I'm happy you're happy you're here. And yeah, man, I want to talk about this project, WClaw. It's been tearing it up at an all-time high of almost 300K market cap just a week or two ago. I mean, the holders are holding. I mean, we got things like a lot of great things going on with this project, and I'm happy you're here, man. And so tell us all about it, man. WClaw. What is WClaw on Solana?
Oh, WClaw and Solana is for us. It's a business. It started off with watching meme coins fade because of the lack of community. The hardest working people on meme coins always seem to be the working class, and so we started designing solutions that would help devs and dev teams to be able to keep their projects rolling and moving while they were out working, living their blue collar life. So, and that's
Mm-hmm.
how we took an advantage of it. So we started off with AI, as we know we're in a really big AI um, bubble right now, and we knew that we had to take an advantage of it, and we didn't want AI to get past us, and we've been utilizing building out some tools and some pretty cool tech. The first one was we actually built out a payroll system, a stablecoin payroll system. This way you can pay your crypto teams. So if it's community development, if it's a coal, or it's a content creator, stuff like that, you can pay them out, and then you can keep track of how you're paying them. So their wallet,
Wow.
you'll see on chain where they'll actually put a memo in there that, hey, they got paid weekly, this is how much, and this is what for. So now they can actually use that wallet as their resume on other projects.
Mm-hmm.
So, great guys out there that are in like community development or raiders or stuff like that, and they want to prove to people, hey, I worked with this team before in the past. Look at my wallet. You can go check on Soul Scans right there. It doesn't lie. These guys were paying me, and so on. So, and it does advancements, PDF reports, and you could really use it even outside of crypto if you really wanted to. And so we took that and we actually entered it into the Solana Labs hackathon, the Frontier Coliseum, and
Wow.
we did it not to win, but we did it to just get eyes on us, let people know that we're not afraid to try things. And we did get some believers in the chart. As you can see, there is some pretty stable diamond hands in the chart right now. And so
Mm-hmm.
that was pretty gnarly. It was a good challenge. We'll probably enter in a few more hackathons.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have thought of a lot of great ideas, so now it's starting to think past that. But our new product has been SMM, social media marketing, and where we have AI autonomously running your project for you. So to kind of explain how that works is White Claw, Open Claw. Open Claw is autonomy, and I'm a huge fan of Open Claw, and I use it for my business. So I'm a business owner of two businesses in here in the Chicagoland area, and both of them we run them. I run them autonomously. So I have a sales manager, a production manager that runs autonomously. It runs my business, saves me $1,500 to $2,000 a week in a actual admin salary by having this type of technology. So I
Wow.
paired that with White Meta and Claw and White Claw, and that whole Claw was actually that whole meta was running because of Open Claw. That's how that
Right.
whole thing came about. So
Sure.
I capitalized on immediately because I'm in love with it. And
Yeah.
so now we have it running our our complete project. So it runs our X, it runs all of our socials, it runs our TikTok, it'll run our Facebook. And now not only do we use it for White Claw, but we're also using it for helping other people with their projects. And then in return, we get paid and we use that, and we've been pumping that into the charts. So right now we're on average of about 2,500 a month we've been able to put into the chart by doing helping other people with their SMM. So that's been great.
That's awesome. That's incredible. And that's why I like this project so much is because you guys are really forward thinking. Um, the why I think you guys are forward thinking is that you're taking a business approach to the meme coin space. I mean, if you're not in the memes, I mean, a lot of you guys are that are watching this. You guys know the meme coin space is just a ragtag, operation. If you're running a meme coin, you're kind of piecing things together as you go and things like that. And WClaw really lays everything out there for you in an orderly fashion and gets things done for you autonomously. And I wanted to ask you this um, because the news that just came out with Brian Armstrong and the Everything Exchange, where Coinbase is now pretty much marrying the trenches and allowing new Solana pairs into Coinbase instantly. So new pairs, like pretty much new pump fund coins and things like that, are going to be seen by Coinbase retail investors that are mostly in stocks and things like that. Um, Now your project all of a sudden becomes very valuable because these retail investors, I feel, are going to be coming into this meme coin space, and they're going to be wanting these types of tools. And W Claw,
Absolutely.
White Claw is going to be right there. You want to tell us a little bit about that and the news on that and how you viewed that?
Well, it's huge. For these projects, staying alive is the key. So as long as you're staying alive and you can stay being found on those type of platforms and be able to be retail ready, that's huge. It takes your average Joe who doesn't know how to move money from an exchange to a wallet and then to go and find it and buy it, and going right to retail and right into your wallet, from debit card to holdings is just phenomenal. And to
Hmm.
stay alive is key. Look, we know, me and you, we're practical. So there's two ways of looking at Solana coins. There's the degen portion of us where we get out there, we make a gamble and we have fun, and there's that, right? And there's a huge place for that, and I love those people, and I'm definitely, there's a big chunk of me in that area too. But then there's a long-term investment where you're not going to get your 1,000x by getting one in a 14-day, 10 hours, 4-hour kind of deal. This one here, like I said, we're just building it, so you'll be able to see that, hey, this is no longer just a 90-day project. This is a 5-month project. This is a 6-month project. This is a 1-year project. So when people come in from the retail space, they're going to start looking for things that are not going to be new pairs. They're going to be looking for things that are going, smart guy that's going to be in there is going to go, retailer is going to look for projects. Oh, this one's older, this one grows a little bit every month. I see a long term commitment here. I can see that happening. So it's the ones that are going to be around the longest, they're going to succeed the best on those retails. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. um
Huh?
so that's where we're at. I mean, we're 6 months. I think we're coming up to 6 months this month.
Yeah.
Or I think we're five going into 6 months. And we plan on prepping for the bull run, the meme season, or it's the Solana season come November, December. And I'm stoked that they actually did that for, it's huge. I mean, for the
It's
ones that want to be
huge.
long-term projects, it's massive,
It's
massive.
massive. I couldn't believe it. I mean, there was a lot of things that were announced with that. The AI agent aspect to that, and a whole bunch of stuff. Also, they're tokenizing stocks and things like that. And but the main
Yep.
thing that I thought of when they said Solana's new pairs are coming in and meme coins and things like that are going to be directly coming to Coinbase. I immediately thought of WClaw because those types of smarter investors are going to want to come into the space with these tools that WClaw is offering, available ready. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you guys got that. That's why all of a sudden you guys look like you're forward thinking, because there's nothing out there like you guys to where a business owner from the IRL, the in real world space, can come into meme coins and actually have a tool that can lay out things like their business in the real world, right?
Yep.
And that's so incredible, man. And Steve, so like, what made you think of starting up WClaw? Where did you see like the where the market, the crypto market, needed this type of technology? Like, when did you first come to a realization, okay, WClaw is needed, I'm gonna make it?
Well, two aspects of it. One, I needed it, and it's necessary, and it's a need in my regular day-to-day business, and it's revolutionized the way my business is going to run. When I talk my business, I talk about outside the crypto world and my in real life businesses, and right now it's saving me close to easily 75 to $100,000 a year. I
Wow.
bet I'm probably under guessing that. And if I got into the sales aspect of it for lead pipelines, I'm probably saving at least that again and just that itself, which is I get to carry that down to the actual working person. We got into this because we knew that there people need to be hired in the space. And if you're in the meme coin space, you're familiar with the wind people, wind moonshot, those guys. Like, there's a lot of scamming. Now you get to really deal with a business aspect of it, and that's what we were kind of looking for. Like, here, you know what, we know these guys, the docs, we can see them, they're running it like a business, and so on. So we seen two parts to this. One, not only can we offer these services where you can actually see these people, living, breathing human beings, not someone hidden behind a telegram and from some unknown country. Um, but you can see that they're running it like a business. But ultimately, is we don't have to actually just solicit for people in the crypto space. We are actively in works right now, working with actual contractors in the real world. And when
Oh,
we take
wow.
those earnings, they go right in the chart. So we're working with
Wow.
a couple people. We're actually working with a mushroom company in Denver that does they package psychedelics out there, and they're looking for someone to run their lead campaign, and they're building their lead funnel for them, and that's
Wow.
something that we're going to do for them. I'm actually working with an HVAC company. We're going to help them build out complete autonomous work for them. We're going to have a live agent, someone that calls, someone scheduling, someone's doing all the production management, doing the purchase orders, the work orders, and they're going to pay us to do that. And we're going to run it through right here through White Claw.
Yeah.
And it's a no brainer because where do you get and I've said this before, I think I've talked to you about this before, but where do you go and have a publicly traded company? Impossible. There's no way some middle class man like me or you are able to go and get, and I'm not saying that we can't achieve being the Elon of the world, but to have a publicly traded company, which is really what the Solana meme coin space is, and if
Right.
it's a utility player or whatever it be,
Right.
you're trading to the public. So we're just going to
Yeah.
keep, taking our investments, putting it in there. And like I said, we're looking at this not as tomorrow's payday, but we're looking at this and 3, 5, 10 years down the road, because this is not going away. It's not, it's and the one that lives the longest is the one that's going to win. So right
Whoa.
now it's just an arms race to just stay alive, and we
That's
got that
crazy.
solid. We got a great team, and we're just going to build a nice publicly traded business here.
Wow. Yeah, that is actually incredible thought that, as the days, months, and years go on, the the everyday man, the everyday, small business, and even big corporate businesses are going to be using actual crypto coins that have utility, and and using them to their advantage, and then also being able to invest in that tool, and Solana gives us the opportunity to do that while bypassing the Nasdaq and all this stuff, right? I mean, you're
Yep.
essentially, you already went public, you know what I mean? And now, folks, your clients, their customers, folks that are even just knowing about the partnership, because even when you're doing a partnership with that HVAC company, with that psychedelic company, their customers are going to hear about that partnership, make the connection. You can probably bet, probably, I would say, maybe we could say what, 3 to 4 out of 10 or either have a Coinbase or a Phantom or some sort of account right now and have traded
Yep.
crypto already, and they can go on and actually invest in White Claw right there, and then boom,
Yep.
the price goes up, the chart starts to pump, and people aren't understanding right now that it's happening right before our eyes. Traditional institutions, traditional small businesses are integrating with crypto, and White Claw is essentially the bridge. Am I right?
Yep. Yep. It's a no-brainer to pair it into the real world. And me and my partner in this, and you know him,
Yeah,
Guitar.
yeah.
We, and he's actively out there selling. So it's not like, I mean, that's an actual employee out there. I'm an actual employee of what we consider this business. And like I said, we're thinking outside the bun. Why aren't we running this through a publicly traded option? And
Hmm.
we've got more than just the HVAC guy and the mushroom family,
Yeah,
that's
sure.
looking to grow their business. There's other options out there too, where we're just slowly working into it, and we don't want to oversell and under promise. We'd rather over deliver and under
Right.
promise. And we're at that path. And right now we're working with just a few meme coin projects, and we're going to sit there for a little bit, master that domain for the next 30, 60 days, 90, maybe the longest. And the same thing with in real life scenarios. And we're pretty excited with working with those guys, and we're just going to keep building and buying up the bags and just pushing this thing forward. So um but yeah, we see solutions. We need solutions, and AI is going to be solutions, if we like it or not. It's here. And I'm just not
Hmm.
going to let it pass me up. I watched the tech in the 90s and 2000s pass up good people because they thought it was going to take over the world. And at some point, I was stubborn. When crypto came out, I was like, if I can't smell it, it's not real money. And I
Yeah.
almost let it pass me up. And essentially, I really did let it pass me
Yeah.
up, because I didn't get into crypto until 2020. I didn't really start really
Yes.
ramping up into crypto until about 2023. That's when I started buying more and more and more,
Yeah.
so on. So that's my altcoin end of it. And then when I got into the Solana space, it was, obviously because of volume. But I'm not going to let the AI pass us up, and that's why it's pretty huge for us to be able to use this automation, because people need it. And the few projects that we're working with right now, we're with one that's a $1.5 million project, and they're like, Steve, there's 25 of us in this back room. Can you believe we can't get anybody to delegate out the X work? Can you believe we can't get someone to talk in our Telegram room? Can you believe we can't get someone to step in here every day and do this and do that, or help us with content, or so on?
Got disconnected a little bit there. Steve from White Claw. The ticker is WClaw. Um, pretty insane stuff, man. I mean, he's talking about real revenue that White Claw is earning and putting back into the chart. And again, as um, hopefully he can come back in here. Oh, okay, he's
There
back.
I am. Sorry about that.
No, yeah, no problem, no problem. No, that was great. I was just saying to the audience that um that's real revenue. See that's the thing about a lot of coins, whether it be AI, altcoins and things like that in the space. it's a lot of LARPing. It's a lot of, oh, this tech is going to be
Hmm.
coming. Oh, this we're developing, we're doing this, and they really just try and build hype and then sell on the hype and sell on folks that are coming doing something different. They're
Yep.
saying, okay, actually, we're gonna actually let you know that the tech is actually it's done, but it's also being worked on every day, but it's also being in use, and it's actually gaining revenue and getting better every single day and getting exposure through being out there serving the public, serving real businesses. And I can't tell you any I guess you could say meme coins or altcoins, however you want to classify White Claw. I'm telling you, I don't know any coin that's doing that right now. You know, and that's what drew me to you guys was that okay, these guys are actually out there working in the real space and actually gaining profits and putting it back into the chart. The chart's looking great, you know, and the tech is real. And so, I mean, we're now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Steve. Where do you see White Claw? And again, guys, the ticker is WClaw on Solana. Where do you see White Claw in the next 12 months when I think the bear market is going to be over with by then, man? I think we're in a full fledged bull run. Where do you see White Claw in the next 12 months here?
Millions. It's going to catch on
Millions.
because I've watched since 2024. 2025, I would have to say, was the apocalypse of the meme
Yeah.
coins. It was so up and down and crazy. Pump fund rolled out where you went from buying 4 or 5 coins. You would be 20 coins launched in 2024 a week, and you would throw 300 a piece at each one of them. Couple of them would only go down a few percent. Couple of them would only go up a few percent. Couple of them would rug, and then two or three of them would just 10x or 50x or 100x, and you came out ahead like substantially. You did crazy, and those
Right.
days are over. And now
Yeah.
they
Right.
pump out 100 a minute. Right now I think probably an actual statistic, probably 100 a minute on pump fund right now. So people are getting tired of it.
Yeah.
There's some people that used to make, and I know a few people that actually made this as a business. They were a day trader, and they would work their job and they would actually day trade here on the Solana meme space, and they would be their supplement income,
Right.
and they're nosediving financially from it. And there's some people that has been completely wrecked, and they're like, no, we got to get behind.
Yeah.
There's a big chunk of the degen space is dying because there comes to a point where like gambling's gambling. Like you can't win at the blackjack table every single day. Take your wins and your wins, take your nosebleeds, and clean up, move on. And but it's simple. Stay alive. We're doing that. We're helping people build solutions, like you said. The other thing is that you said it earlier, like people LARP it. How we started is we said we went to a few different projects where we liked each other, and I was like, I see potential in these guys. I need to work with projects that I believe are going to be longer term or be able to try to be long term. And I said, let us come help you. We don't want to charge you anything. Just tell me where your bottleneck is. Let us help you. Let's show you that we can come up with solutions. And then they tell other people, and then we brought them solutions, and things are playing out. And so on. Right now, we're working with one project where it's just as simple as helping them with legality stuff. They built
Oh,
out
okay.
a social media site, and it's amazing. And
Oh,
they needed a third party kind of arbitrator to get in and help them. And we're like, yeah, no problem. We'll come in and help there. So that's not our main bread and
yeah.
butter, but we've built such a good rapport with these guys on the tech that we provide them that they're leading to us for even longer term professional advice, which paid us in different dividends. So they might have not bought in WClaw or paid WClaw in those portions, but they brought us on as a dividend owner and a holder of their projects to be able to come in and help them out. So,
Wow.
which is if I do good there, we know where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it right over here. The liquidity is coming
Yeah.
over to WClaw, baby. So
Yeah.
there's no doubt.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
And people are people don't sleep on W Claw, just because they're taking a nice methodical pace of things. Guys, I mean, they got a ton of stuff up their sleeves. I mean, they have to take care of their clients first. I mean, look at the amount of revenue, look at the amount of clients they're piling up and happy clients. And and they're sharing their how pleased they are with you guys. And don't sleep on these guys though. You want to get a position in WClaw now while we're in the bear market, while nobody's watching. These are the times where millionaires are made. And again, we talked earlier, which when we scheduled this interview, that news for Coinbase wasn't even out. But I tell
Yep.
you, I think that news is gonna change crypto forever, and it's going to make projects like WClaw in the hundreds of millions of dollars in market cap, because they're literally putting retail and the everyday investor that's in stocks and things like that and not in crypto, not only come over to crypto, but to grab hold of projects like what WClaw and actually use them in their own businesses. That's what I'm saying. I see a world in the next 12 months to maybe like I would say 30 within 36 months. I think WClaw not only is going to be near $100 million market cap, but also have the clientele to where they actually in the real world have tens of millions of dollars on their books, in clients, you know, because they're going to be trusting the tech and they're going to be actively in crypto. And so I can't believe it in terms of how I got to know about this project. Guitar guy, that's our mutual friend. Guitar guy is part of my community. He's an awesome guy, and he pulled me over and said, "You got to take a look at White Claw. You got to take a look at what Steve is building, and it's real revenues." And we had this long conversation on VC, you, me, and him, and you guys laid out the project, and I was floored. And then I heard you, Steve. I heard you on Spaces for it was a show that a meme coin called Spitcoin put out, and I heard you speak on Spaces, and you guys were featured on there, and I was blown away at your communication skills, and the stories that you were telling. And you've been doing a lot of Spaces, right, on X. Like you're becoming
Yes.
like a well known, like people look forward to hearing you talk, man. Tell us a little bit about that, man. You've been all around X. How's that been for you?
Yeah, well, it's X. You got to chisel at it one step at a time, and you got to get into the right spaces.
Yeah,
There's a lot of spaces you can get into out there, and but this particularly one, Bitcoin's actually one of the people that we actually started helping out now as a business, and they're the one with the social media platform we're talking about. Great people, love them to death.
yeah,
Solid team. And yeah, I believe in what they do, so that helps me when come up on their stage. And
hmm,
I'm just compassionate about what we're doing. I just don't.
yeah,
Like I said, there's a few of us every day that we have a little, text. We're like, "Hey, man, check out this play." We get a pump. You send me a couple. I'll send you a couple. Stuff like that. But the reality is, we do want somewhere we can park some money, and even if it's just a few $100 and just watch it grow. And I burn a desire to do so, and I've been doing spaces for some time now. And you get in there, you start listening to people, and everyone starts it off like, "Hey guys, I'm a 12K market cap. I've been doing this for 30 days. I'm the next best one." And I don't mean to be, high on my horse, but I like to come in there and be like, "Hey guys, I've been a 40K market cap for a month. Nobody sells. We have zero buy pressure. There's no sell pressure. We are the perfect flat line, nice little stare." And then each month I come back, "Hey guys, I'm over here at 80K now. Hey guys, I'm over here at 120." And you were
yeah,
there for that nice little pump that went up to 300. And I think
yeah,
the reality was is we have about 130K in believers, and we've been holding that for what, 45 days now, 30, 45 days. I mean, that's insane.
yeah,
It's hard to keep
yeah.
it. I'm watching guys that work their butts off for a 12K market cap, and I mean they
Oh
are
yeah,
grinding. So I when I wake up and discuss my project about WCall, I think about the 200 holders that I represent. I get up every day and I represent those 200 holders. And when I think about it that way, and I think about it as a business, and I think about that there's really great people that are sitting in this chart and that believe in me, And I can see that by how horizontal my chart can be at times, but they're still there and they're believers. It makes me emotionally connect with it differently. I love those people. I love them that they're here for me and they believe in me, and it means the whole world to me. So when I get out there in spaces, I better do a damn good job for sure.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And dude, I mean, as people can probably pick up, you're in the Midwest, you're in the heart of America, and bro, I mean, that's what guys like you are made of. You know, is just the blue collar, get up and represent your family, represent your country. You know, and I spent 3 years in Chicago. I lived like a couple blocks from Wrigley Field, and I didn't pick up the accent, man, but you got it, bro. And it's like it's awesome, man. It pumps me up because the people in the Midwest are some of the hardest working people and kind and just trustworthy people that you can muster up in this world. And I'm all about it, man. I'm all about it. I'm ready for the ride. I'm ready for the ride you're about to put me on, man. I'm pumped. And I want to thank you for coming out. And now I want to do more of these because I'm a holder. A lot of my community's holding, and we want to keep updating and also just talking about. I love to talk to you more in future interviews or chats, whatever you want to call it, where we're just talking about the space and talking about where White Claw is at and where it's at in the space, and then talk about just what's going on in the space. I mean, I think you have a huge uh, opinion and insight on things going to space, and I think people should. It's also just kind of a build up to what you've led me into, what you let me understand. I know the plan, man. I'm pumped. Every day that comes by, it goes by. I know we're closer to a huge parabolic parabolic phase of White Claw, baby. And these guys are sitting on a golden goose, a golden egg, right? And I'm pumped about it. I'm pumped about you guys and your team and how nice you guys have been to me. And I want to do this again. Would you come back?
Absolutely. I love having you here, man.
All
As long as
right,
I got
let's.
you on my side, I'm winning. So I
All
appreciate
right,
you.
nice. All right, let's go. All right, man. Well, Steve, have a great night, and I appreciate you. And we'll talk to you soon. Stayers out. Let's go.